How's it going, guys? It's Epsillon here, and today's Runescape video we are going to be talking about Treasure Hunter. I know it is a really hotly debated video, and ideas and stuff like that, and opinions that you guys all have on Treasure Hunter. And of course, with the changes that came in recently with the probabilities that you can now see within the game, I think it's also something we should be talking about, and how you can actually take advantage of Treasure Hunter and use them to the best of your ability to be able to basically farm as much XP as possible and basically use it to your advantage rather than Jagex's advantage in terms of making money and everything like that. So let's get into it. Let's tell you how Treasure Hunter can be used and abused to be able to earn that much more experience and stuff like that, along with the oddments as well, because yes, they are a big part of Treasure Hunter and earning more XP within the game. So we'll basically go into that now, and I will see you there. So first things first is obviously the promotion that you choose to use your daily keys on. Now, yes, you can get different keys from earning them within the game. Yes, you get them as part of your Twitch Prime bundle if you manage to pick them up on the Twitch Prime webpage. If you have managed to do that, like I have, I've managed to get 23. I'm also a Premier Pass member, which gives me an extra daily key per day, of course, on top of the standard extra key that you get with just being a member on Runescape, which is, of course, probably a key reason why a lot of people actually become a member, along with all of the extra attributes that you get with regards to the new skills and stuff like that that all come within the game, and the activities that you can complete, making the game so much more enjoyable, at least in my opinion, when you're playing RuneScape. Now, as a max player, yes, I have used a lot of the daily keys over the probably nearly 11 or 12 years that I've played RuneScape for, being that I'm coming up now to my 15-year anniversary on this game in about 2 years' time. So yeah, we're really looking towards pushing a couple more 120s in the game, and of course publishing some more RuneScape videos on this channel, keeping them a little bit more consistent within the next couple of months, and really just trying to push out some content that you guys will enjoy. But let's get into the video. What do you actually need to do with these Treasure Hunter? Well, you can see what the actual Treasure Hunter one is at the minute. Is Volcanic Dash, and this essentially gives you volcanic lamps which you can use that burn up your bonus XP. So realistically, this promotion is kind of to do with using up a lot of your free X or bonus XP that you've put into the various different skills. One key thing that you can actually do, so if I use a small volcanic lamp and say I put it in archaeology where I've got nearly 8 million bonus XP, it's going to grant me, what, 35,000 just for a medium volcanic lamp, which is really, really nice. And you can use it on the skills that are essentially the hardest for you to actually get XP. So for example, if I'm using it in our agility, which is probably one of the preferred ones that you want to be using if you haven't already got 99 agility or you're going towards 120, you can essentially use these lamps to be able to get all the way up to 99 much faster, because you know, when you get double XP essentially, because you've got bonus XP in there already, you don't actually have to spend the time, and then you also are getting double XP for every single Treasure Hunter key that you spend and get a lamp. For example, when I pick one up, you get a choice of the ones. I always tend to pick now the one that is going to give me the oddments value. If it's actually a fairly decent amount of oddments and it's only like a cosmetic, I'll usually pick the oddments, which allow me to then purchase some of the stuff in the oddment store, which we'll talk about later about be using essentially to be able to get the most bonus XP and progress your account as fast as possible. So first things first, obviously out of this kind of bunch of things, I'd probably pick the Silverhawk feathers, because they're the ones that are going to give me either money, which you can use as well, or you can use them to be able to get a variety of other cosmetics and stuff like this. So you can see Silverhawk feathers, magic notepaper, or a small erupting lamp. This gives you 100% XP compared to a volcanic lamp. So yes, this is probably going to be fairly decent, and we'll pick one just to be able to show you how much XP this gives. So a small one gave me 25,500 XP in archaeology, which I am currently trying to get to 120 in, so that will be the next one I probably get. this is kind of the way you want to go. Well, picking the promotion that is essentially going to give you the most amount of bonus XP is the one you want to go for. Often the skilling promotions is always the best one to go for in terms of getting the XP. That usually comes around at double XP, so potentially saving up these currency packs, although it is very difficult within the game. Yeah, it's probably going to be the key thing that you want to be doing. Of course, you could alternatively go for the money, which you could get with these Silverhawk feathers that you see down here. They're going to give you, 240 Silverhawk feathers, which go for about 20,000 per piece. Don't know entirely if that's the case, or no, they're not anywhere near the price that they used to be. They've crashed quite hard. But yeah, that's going to give you a decent amount of money from using these, probably about 2 million gold. Or you could go for the oddments, which I am going to go for because, yeah, why wouldn't you? We're going to put that straight into the backpack and increase the amount of oddments that we've got, because these are one of the key things that you want to be using in order to maximize your treasure hunter. I always go for promotions that give me a lot of oddments, because in the long run you're going to be able to spend these on prismatic lamps, prismatic stars, treasure hunter keys, depending on what promotion it is, because sometimes it is actually worth buying treasure hunter keys to be able to get more oddments back than you would be spending on the keys when they're 50% off, although that doesn't always happen and it is kind of a long shot. But anyway, getting back to the treasure hunter promotion. So this one is essentially a decent one. You can have some decent rewards, as you can see here, but for the most part you're gonna not really be getting that high tier rewards, and I often go with the promotions that are going to give me the most oddments per one, rather than necessarily the ones that are going to give you the highest tier reward or multipliers. Often the multiplier ones are the ones that you can farm loads of oddments from, because if you essentially get like a red reward, it's times by 4, and so if you don't really need that cosmetic item that a lot of the red rewards are, or the rarest ones, then you can basically trade them in for oddments up to 4 times the value of what they would have been before, giving you thousands of oddments, which when you can pay 75 oddments for just one prismatic lamp when they are on sale, which is a good example right now, you can purchase 10 for essentially 750 oddments. If I then put that on something like Slayer, which is also one thing that I like doing, you can get 22,000 XP per lamp that you're putting on Slayer, which is giving me 200,000 from essentially doing absolutely no work whatsoever. So if we just keep purchasing them, there is a cap on the amount that you can purchase in one go, but that isn't really that big of a problem, considering they come up on sale fairly quickly, and if both lamps and stars are on sale at the same time, you can farm even more. I wouldn't really ever recommend purchasing the lamps or stars under a 50% discount, because it doesn't really become very worth it. But when they are on a 75% discount, you can see that you can get a stupid amount of XP. You can see we've just added on essentially 600,000 XP's worth of Slayer XP for the sake of getting that one treasure hunter prize. So picking the right kind of treasure hunter one, and when you can manage to get those multiplier ones where they're giving you up to 8 times the prizes that you would have done. Obviously you have to get a little bit lucky, and it does kind of come down to the rewards and sometimes that sort of stuff, but yeah, I think it's definitely a thing that you want to be looking at when you are joining RuneScape if you haven't already played. But yeah, I always enjoy using the treasure hunter, even if it is one of those kind of hard things that a lot of people don't particularly like within the game. Obviously you can take advantage of it whether or not you actually enjoy it being in the game and the kind of pay to win aspects that come with treasure hunter. Obviously there are plenty of other oddment rewards that you can use your XP on, which to be honest I actually use quite a few pulse cores, and when they come on sale it's actually decent to do them, especially when you're training skills like archaeology, where you want to benefit most from discovering those artifacts and restoring them, where you only get a limited amount that you can do per hour, and if you can boost the amount of XP you're getting per one, then it's obviously more beneficial than say if you were just doing mining and getting some more XP when you're actually using it. Always find these are really, really useful, and saving them up within your kind of game is always something that I always do. And so yeah, essentially that's kind of the things I do in order to maximize the XP and use treasure hunter to my advantage. Obviously let me know your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll get a good discussion going and see what you guys think. Do you think it is a bad idea? Do you like treasure hunter? Do you kind of like the fact that they now introduce the probabilities into the game, which allow you to basically determine deciding whether or not you want to spend your money or essentially your keys on the various different prizes that they give within the game. Obviously, you can see them right here with the percentage chance and stuff like that every single time you spin and get the rewards. Obviously, we got the 0.3145% reward for 1,500 oddments, which is pretty lucky, to be honest with you. But there we go. That is today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It is a fairly short one, but hopefully fairly informative for you, and coming from a player that's played this game for over 10 years. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you want to check out other guides as to how to make money and how to get better at RuneScape, then check out the videos on screen right now, and I hope to see you in one of those fairly soon. Goodbye.